A convoy of Israeli military vehicles were seen driving into Syria after Israeli airstrikes hit Damascus. And you could see 5 vehicles crossing the border with some carrying equipment. Heavy airstrikes from Israel damaged areas near the defense ministry and the presidential palace. Israeli forces are pushing back after Syrian forces attacked Druze communities in southern Syria that share a border with the Golan Heights. Now, Syria's interim president Ahmad al-Shara addressed the nation and says protecting the Druze citizens is their priority. He says the Syrian people are not afraid of war and have spent their lives defending their nation. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, he addressed the situation in the Oval Office just yesterday. Listen.
We think we're on our way towards a real de-escalation and then hopefully get back on track in helping Syria build a country and arriving at a situation there in the Middle East is far more stable.
And I want to bring in CBS News Middle East reporter Courtney Kealy. Courtney, thank you for joining us today. We know Secretary Rubio called this an unfortunate situation and a misunderstanding, but what does he mean by that? And for our viewers who are not aware of the history there, can you give us some updates on exactly how this all unfolded?
Sure. So this started in southeastern Syria in a town called Suwaida. And you have to remember that the Druze are a very closed community. It's actually a secretive Islamic sect that started in the 10th century, and it's very traditional and very much a community. And I've been to these places, and it feels almost antiquated how some people continue their traditions. And there's a history throughout this region of decades. Look at the wars, civil wars in Beirut, Druze being involved in southern Lebanon with the IDF and also from Israel. So you have Druze communities, but essentially they're autonomous and they're a minority. So the question is, will Ahmed al-Shara respect the minorities of Syria? And there was a misunderstanding, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio did have that right, that between Bedouin and Druze there was an outbreak of fighting. And the Syrian government forces came in, and coming in that close to the Israeli border made Israeli forces take action, aggressive action, and they bombed military compounds right in the heart of Damascus. We saw a video with an anchor talking about it, and then a bomb goes off behind her. It's very provocative, and it would be an escalation, except that cooler heads seem to be prevailing, not only on the U.S. side, but also on the Syrian side. And President Trump has lifted American sanctions. He's interested in fostering peace within Syria after a fractious and devastating and traumatic 14-year civil war. So you have to remember that these outbreaks and these clashes can be quelled, but it's a hard calculation to make sure that no one feels like they're under Israeli airstrikes or they're not being respected by the government. So that's what's happening in Syria.
That was actually a very good breakdown because I understand it very clearly now, Courtney. Thank you for that.
That's my job.
Thank you. So, Courtney, sources tell CBS News that the Trump administration is cautiously optimistic that we could get a break in the Gaza negotiations this week that could lead to a 60-day ceasefire and also hostage release. What exactly are you hearing about that?
Okay, well, I have to tell you, to break it down to you, cautiously optimistic is a word that's been used in Middle East peace proposals and trying to effort Middle East peace on all different levels for years. It's very much a diplomatic term, but a journalist like myself is like, sure, cautiously optimistic, but we shall see. Now, it does look, according to what CBS has heard, that there are talks and there could be a breakthrough. Now, the Qatari Prime Minister had a private dinner with President Trump last night, extending into the night, and they have a good relationship. He also met the Bahrain leadership in the morning, and this is the Gulf really efforting change, and having Qatar as the mediator to having Qatar having dinner with President Trump is the good sign. And according to CBS sources, the IDF is looking to reposition itself inside Gaza. They're interested in opening it up to much needed food and aid. Also, the much needed release of Israeli hostages for these poor, desperate families, 20 living Israeli hostages. So that's what seems to be on the table, according to CBS News. It's all very finely tuned, according to what Hamas will agree to and according to what the Israeli government will agree to. And Netanyahu is having further problems in his coalition. So it's not just Hamas that wants an end to the war and might only say that they'll only hold out for that, but this is a very tricky situation for Netanyahu to come to the table and keep his coalition intact.
Courtney Kealy, thank you so much. We really appreciate your insight today. Thank you.